I got a very quick initiation on what it would be like to be his law clerk. I came to work for my first day, and the security, when I went through the security check, they asked who I was and for identification. And I said I was a new clerk starting for Judge Moskowitz, and they said, "Oh, Midnight Moskowitz," because that was his common nickname, because he would hold proceedings into the evening. I think occasionally even on Saturdays when necessary to accommodate parties or attorneys, and that's how he was known, for his work ethic. That's what it reflected, and that told me that I was in for a hard-working year. He's a giant in this legal community, and he comes from New Jersey, and he's never forgotten those roots, and he told me about them when I was his clerk. Some great stories, some background about where he grew up and what it was like, and then how he had the opportunity to move out here, and he's always enjoyed staying in touch with that. Judge Moskowitz has been a judge for, I realized and did the math, half of his life. He's been a federal judge for 33 years, since 1985, and a district court judge for 23 of those years, and the past 7 have been as Chief Judge of the Southern District of California, which is really 2 jobs, because you're still hearing cases, but you're trying to manage the courthouse. During his term as Chief Judge, he created a nursing room for mothers who had just given birth and were nursing and had young babies and were coming to work. And that had not existed in the courthouse before. And more recently, in July of this year, 2018, the court opened the Barry Ted Moskowitz Child Care Center in the federal courthouse, which is a child care center for employees of the court and other federal agencies. And he's very proud of that. And he is a very modest man, but I said, look, we got to name something after you. I'm going to make sure it happens. And I'm very pleased personally, and I think others are too, that with the Child Care Center, that happened and it's named after him. That's a great legacy. The character of Judge Moskowitz, he's also known for his sense of humor. And this expresses itself in various ways, including in court. And there's the old adage about how the attorneys always laugh at the judge's jokes, but this one's a little different. He had a particularly contentious patent trial, and these 2 lawyers were just about at each other's throats, and he was trying to settle them down. And it was a Friday afternoon. We're going to break for the weekend. So he told the lawyers, he said, essentially, look, you really need to dial it down and mellow out. I am ordering you to, over the weekend, rent Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the Jim Carrey film, and watch that and give me a report on Monday. And, and the lawyers were a bit stunned, but they did it. I am so pleased and thrilled that he's being honored with this recognition and this award. Unfortunately, because of the geographic distance, folks at Rutgers can't see what's happened out here. I'm sure a lot of them know by maintaining association with him. But he is a very distinguished alumni of Rutgers, and one that the school can be proud of.